The Welsh Choir is comprised of a diverse group of university students that come from all over the world, places like Utah, Virginia, California, and Scotland. We all have various majors and various backgrounds, but we do have one thing in common: a love of Welsh music. While this may be the first time you've heard our choir perform, it will surely not be the last. The Welsh Choir is making headlines all over the world, particularly in Wales, where we have already been booked for a wedding in Cardiff. So keep an eye out on iTunes for our future CD release, and we hope you enjoy our concert.
So our first song on the program is called A Welsh Noel. And A Welsh Noel is a piece by Dave and Jean Perry based on the popular holiday poem Welsh New Year's Eve, which is also the same poem that Deck the Halls is based on, loosely. With words of joy and celebration and accompanied by a hand drum, the song invites us to remember the joy of the Christmas season and what it implies: peace, goodwill, and caring, and most of all, the newness that comes with the birth of the Savior. So now join we all in one accord to sing Noel this happy season.
Good evening, everyone. The school year is almost over, and did you know that in exactly 2 weeks it will be Christmas Eve? And I'm going to definitely be celebrating that with my family, and we'll all be celebrating it with the people that we love, hopefully. So with this idea in mind, as a Welsh choir, we don't always know what it is that we're singing because we don't speak Welsh. And so the next song we're about to sing is called Cofio Christ, Remember Christ. And so to make it a little more meaningful, Carl has helped me translate the lyrics of the song. So I'm just going to read it and take it as poetry. Do you remember Christmas night and how tired those two were? The two who knocked in vain, and every door was shut to them. Do you remember the newborn babe? Do you remember Mary's worried heart? Or the white angels watching over our Christ upon a bed of hay? Give a place, my friends, to him who is knocking, he who knocks at the door of your heart and tries to find a place to stay. Christmas season, remember the lonely, the poor, and the sad. Remember the children who have no warm hearth, and remember those who remember Christ.
Nadolig, or Christmas, is a time to gather together with family and friends in peace to remember old memories and celebrate traditions past. This next song reads, when Christmas comes, home and family gather round. Distress does not come near, neither quarreling nor bitter language. I look forward to going home. I believe in the holiday, and there shall arise old memories, kind times for friends. To great rhymes stories are told, Welsh craft and old traditions, history of mighty princes and ancient peoples. As you listen, think on the greatest story of all, the birth of our Savior Jesus Christ, the Prince of Peace, who brings us home together with family and friends in joy. Let us build our own traditions and memories centered around Christ, so that he becomes a part of who we are in every season.
I'm in So the next song that choir will be singing is Ans an Dúlach Ciauri, which is a Scottish Gaelic song. It's really funny because I think, like Welsh, but in its own funny way, it has crazy spelling as well and lots of things that you pronounce differently or don't pronounce at all. And I'm used to it, so I thought, oh man, this is much easier than Welsh, but I think I had a few comments after I came and helped them. They're like, this is even harder than Welsh, and I thought, oh well, they're both crazy, I guess. And this is a Gaelic translation of the Christina Rossetti poem In the Bleak Midwinter, the first verse of which is, In the bleak midwinter, frosty wind made moan, earth stood hard as iron, water like a stone. Snow had fallen, snow on snow, snow on snow, in the bleak midwinter long ago. And I'm wondering if maybe there isn't a word in Gaelic for bleak, or for midwinter rather, because Dúlach Ciauri means December winter. So that's poetic. Anyway, so I guess we'll just have to pretend, since we're not having a very wintry December at all, which is really sad. I really want snow. Anyway, so I was really excited to be able to help the choir with this, and because of my schedule, I wasn't able to help them very much actually. So I feel like I'm getting more kudos than I deserve. But I love what Susan has done in making Welsh more of an accessible language to people, and I do hope that people will be inspired to learn it and to reach out, because it's very enriching. Like the Gaelic in Scotland, only about 1% of the population speaks it, but they're trying really hard to get more people involved, and I think that's a wonderful thing. So enjoy.
For our next selection this evening, we present My Henlad van Heidai, Old Land of My Fathers, with words written by Evan James and the tune composed by his son James James in January 1856. This Welsh favorite has long served as the country's unofficial national anthem. In a 1905 rugby game between Wales and the then unbeaten New Zealand team, Welsh player Teddy Morgan led the crowd in singing My Henlad in response to New Zealand starting the match with the haka, and Wales became the first nation to sing a national anthem to begin a sporting event. A translation of the chorus reads, Wales, Wales, true I am to Wales, while seas secure the land so pure, oh may the old language endure.
Men of Harlech is a song and military march which is traditionally said to describe events during the 7-year siege of Harlech Castle between 1461 and 1468. Commanded by Constable David ap Ieuan, the garrison withstood the longest known siege in the history of the British Isles. It was first published in 1794, but it was a traditional folk air long before that. Men of Harlech occupies an important place in Welsh national culture. The song gained international recognition when it was featured prominently in the 1964 film Zulu.
Shmai, ben dwi ac athro llen Saesneg dwi. My name is Ben. I am actually a teacher of English literature, a grad student as well here at BYU. And I get the opportunity to introduce our small numbers that will be as best as we can sung compared to these folks. First thing we are going to be singing, as you can see, is Dau Hyfryd Vis. And this, I was trying to find some background for us, but sadly, like most people who aren't the main people in a country, we don't get to hear the history or learn the history of the Welsh people as easily and as well as we do the English. Just like the Scots and the Irish get shafted comparatively to the English when it comes to history. But we have some great people in the history of Wales and Welsh music who have done a lot of great work to bring forth folk music like the music we've been hearing so far. And it is a long and good process that lots of good people are making strong efforts in order to change that. But this song is an interesting one. It is about cuckoos, those rather virulent birds that steal nests of other animals. But it's a fun one, nonetheless. Anyway, I forget the extra instructions we need about this.
Comes the lovely month of May is what it's talking about. And we are going to, our 101 students need to come up, and any 305ers who want to join us to sing, you're welcome. We will sing the song one time through. Your words are on the program, and this is a round. And after we sing it one time through, we will begin, and then the choir will sing the second part, and the audience will sing the third. And Carl will be helping you with the third part of the round. Listen to the harmony. It's just so great when you hear yourself singing this harmony in a round. Because there are three of us, three groups, we will each sing it 3 times through. Okay? Ready? Are we ready, choir?
Thou hundred beasts, my heaven in the hill, art thou where being passing down in the tear? Thou hundred tears, my love and my tear,
We're going to sing a piece entitled Beast Bendigedig. The words, we're going to sing the words in Welsh. We're going to sing 3 verses, and then on the back of your program are the words that we would like you to sing with us. We're going to sing it in Welsh, you're going to sing it in English. How's that for a deal? Okay, and we have recorded music, so we'll be singing with that.
Come
next song, Tia Bedlam Dref, is a traditional Welsh hymn. There is very little information on the origins of this beautiful song, but it has been sung over and over throughout the centuries, both in its original language and various translations. This song, Tia Bedlam Dref, or Towards Bethlehem Town, tells of a journey and beckons all to come to the stable and see the newborn child, the Savior of the world. The first verse translates to, join the crowd and travel down the road that leads us to the cradle. Come all who are able, come to the stable with hearts full of joy as we kneel and pray. Come and see the child with his mother Mary mild. Come along and worship at the cradle. That first journey to Bethlehem wasn't an easy one, and each of our individual journeys have difficulties and hardships as well. But we invite each of you now to join us on our journey to Bethlehem town, to come and see the little child, the Savior of the world. We hope you enjoy Tia Bedlam Dref.
Our next song is quite jubilant. The name of it is A Jubilant Song. The words from it were originally written in Latin, and we translated them into Welsh to sing it, and they come from the Psalms. And a lot of songs were written for a lot of people. This one was written for Christ.
Sing to the Lord of the
There's magic here. I think a lot of you would agree with me. It's the magic of generations. It's the magic of centuries. And I am grateful to have been pulled into this marvelous group of people and had an opportunity to associate with them and to be reminded of the beauty and importance of my own Welsh roots. When Carl invited me to write lyrics, I was overjoyed. I was delighted. The music that he has written to the words is magnificent. And Susan Woods, with her great gift at translating, which is no small thing in a language such as Welsh, has done a magnificent job of translating the words into the Welsh. I think that we are in the company of some really gifted people, and I'm excited to see what will happen in the years to come. Carl asked me to tell you very briefly a little bit about what was in my mind when I wrote the lyrics, and two quick thoughts. One was that the whole world had been waiting for the time when the Savior would come. It had been written about in scriptures. People had been waiting for this miracle, this unbelievable experience to come, but so had the Savior himself. Think about it. He had been watching the agony and hardship and cruelty of the world, and he had been trying to help his own people for generations, and now finally he had a threshold of action. He could come down, and he could affect the thing that only he himself could do, and save his brothers and sisters and bring light into a world that had so much darkness in it. Also, the idea that the Savior, even as a tiny baby, was still the creator of this world and worlds without number. And it's hard enough for us to imagine, isn't it, our own selves being big, strong, experienced, brilliant spirits being somehow translated and transformed into tiny baby shape. But try to imagine what it must have been like for the Savior and creator of the world. And yet he still was the Savior, even in that baby form. As Joseph and Brigham and some of the other prophets taught, when Jesus was 12 and teaching in the temple, at that time he had all of the power and knowledge and understanding that he needed to do his Father's work. So even as a child, even as a babe in arms, he was still Jesus the Christ. And we, his brothers and sisters, his sons and daughters by adoption, his spiritual sons and daughters, we do very humbly bow our heads and seek light from the Christ child of Bethlehem.
What a real
All right. Thank you so much for coming. We do have one little surprise, though. Susan, if you would come forward, please. Susan is leaving on a mission, and we have really enjoyed having her presence. She has brought so much to this Welsh program, and her spirit is just amazing. And we would like to present to her a book of most of the songs we have sung since I've been director, and it's pretty thick. So
Thank you.
we give that to you, and we do have one other surprise. If you'd come sit right here. Anin Kariti.